Hello, my name is Ghandi. Welcome to my channel. This is a cross stitch channel where we talk about, cross stitch. This time I am starting a new project, so this is going to be stitch with me and start with me. I just start this new design, this new project. This is another sampler because this is the year of sampler for Ghandi. And yeah, I didn't stitch much this last week, but I'm very focused on my red sampler by Teresa Kogut. It's not the red sampler, it's Newcastle Bouquet by Teresa Kogut, and it's a beautiful sampler with a really big border. So I'm finishing the border, but yeah, it takes a lot of of will, and you need to be in that state of mind of stitching that border. So yeah, I'm almost done, but I was a little boring of the design. Don't get me wrong, it's a gorgeous design, but yeah, I was not feeling it lately, so yeah, I didn't stitch much. And this morning I wake up and say, you know what, I'm going to start something new. So I go to Etsy and get this pattern. This is like a cherry blossom by Stitches Through the Years. The designer is Lana Lenskaya, and it's a gorgeous sampler, really pretty. It's a simple and beautiful sampler. So yeah, I had it in my favorites. So this morning I said, you know what, you need it, you want it, get them sampler right now. So I got the sampler, and then I start to looking through my fabric, and I found this piece of Aida. This is Aida 16 that I dyed. The color is difficult to catch in the camera. It's like purple blue and has all these dots, and I really like it. So yeah, the only thing is that I will have only 1 inch to frame it, but I don't care, it's okay. I can add more fabric and will be okay. So yeah, not biggie. And I really like it, this fabric. And the design asks for fancy flosses from Wix Dye Works and Gentle Arts and Classic Color Works. And but also the designer gives you a DMC option, but I make some substitutions. And when first of all, I'm not using DMC, I'm using CXC, and I change some of the colors. But look at this, they are so pretty. I am really loving this color. So I put the symbol and the name, the number of the color, and what are these substituting. What is the substitution? You know, the original color. So in this case is Wix Dye Works 1299, and yeah, Wix Dye Works 2326. And yeah, I was choosing different colors very similar to the design, to the original design, but a little different. And because these are not fancy flosses, they don't have, you know, the variation, so they are solids, but they look so pretty in the fabric. Such a beautiful, beautiful selection of colors, and yeah, I'm really going to enjoy stitching with this. This one, this blue, it's very similar to the color of the fabric, so perhaps I will change it. The letters in the top part of the designs are stitched with this color, so I will see if they look, you know, subtle but nice. I will let this floss, but if not, I will have to change it. So yeah, that's my start of today, because I wanted to start something. And that's you can hear the dog of my neighbor making noise. Yeah, I was, you know, feeling not quite good. And yeah, and it's funny how I think sometimes I want to stitch, but it's when you are not feeling you know, right, sometimes you start to question if stitching it's something you need to do, you know, because with all the problems and all the important things happening right now, I start to think it's stitching essential, you know. Sometimes you don't feel the, you know, you don't feel right to stitch among all the problems and the situations and everything. And how can we, you know, take or be brave enough to stitch? And if this is an important activity, as we say right now, it's an essential activity or not, because there are more important things to do. And yeah, I was thinking about this this week, because, you know, with all the problems and all the situation and all the things that we need to do first, why it's important to keep stitching, or even if it is really important to keep stitching. We need to do so much more things or another things instead of sitting and stitch. And I was thinking about that. Why do we need to stitch? Or if we really need to stitch at all? And I think we do. It's a brave thing to do, to try to bring this beauty to the world, to try to share our creativity and be a positive force with our stitching. And it's not always easy. We can be in the middle of so many problems and so many difficult situations, and, you know, being able to stitch to say, you know what, I know it's hard, I know it's not the easy thing to do, but because it's hard, it's the right thing to do sometimes, you know. Yes, we take care of our families and our works and our problems, and, you know, try to help as many people as we can, but with these little crosses we are also giving something, you know, we are sharing something beautiful. So yeah, it's not always easy, but we don't have another chance. We don't have, you know, we don't have the choice because we have this talent. So we need to share it and bring beauty to the world. It's a small thing to do, and sometimes it's a beautiful detail. So yeah, among all of these problems, we can bring beauty, and I think that's why it's important to be stitching in this moment, and you know, to try to make ourselves a positive force. So yeah, and I am a struggle with stitching with those two flosses right now, because I'm going to cut these threads later, because I was stitching in 40 count with one thread, and right now changing to 16 Aida with two flosses is it's an adjustment. And yeah, but you know, you just take a few crosses and you get used to. Let me see what I'm doing. I don't know. Okay, here we are, and I cut my flosses double inside, because like I'm using two flosses, I'm using the hoop start. So usually I cut the flosses in half, but I'm using larger threads. So yeah, technical terms for us stitchers. Talking about positive thinking, I was, you know, think about how I usually like everything. I'm terrible at giving advice. Sometimes another stitchers ask me about my opinion and how I feel about certain things, but I usually like everything. I'm terrible to give you know, advices, because I don't know, I try to find the beauty in everything. So I was thinking about that, because a lady asked my opinion in, you know, in a design and or in some colors, and I say I like both of the options you are giving to me. I usually like everything. So yeah, I don't I don't like to give advice, because I'm really, you know, not much help. I don't know, I am really talking. Yeah, I wanted to, you know, to talk and share with my stitchy friends. Sometimes it's important to talk and express our feelings, and you know, trying to be okay. So yeah, this week I was trying to my god, trying to stitch and watch a movie. Not the best combo, but I watch Matrix, the first one, and you know, after 21 years, it's so good. I remember when I went to the movie to the movie theater to watch that movie. It was so great, and I watched it this week, and it's really good. I'm a really fan of that movie. So sometimes we have that hidden treasures, you know, and it's great when you remember an old movie and your kids haven't watched that movie yet. So, but it's funny because sometimes we watch an old movie and my kids are like, okay, that was not good at all, and oh my god, my little heart breaks. Yeah, and it's natural. Or sometimes you watch a movie that you used to love, and you watch it, you know, right now, and it's totally inappropriate. In not, you know, it has a lot of things that when you were little, you didn't really think much about it. But yeah, it's funny, you know, watching movies and getting old. So, my god, I don't know if I will put this video up because I'm not making any sense. And yeah, at least you can see something blue. A little border. And I'm going to, I haven't, you know, talk about my plans. I'm going to change the central phrase, and I'm going to translate it to Spanish, and I'm going to stitch it in Spanish, but I'm not going to stitch it 1/1 because in Aida will be a little hard. So I will, let me show you the, oops. Oh, I'm going to do it in Spanish, and I won't stitch these flowers and the little bee and these little insects. So I will just put the words in the square, you know. We'll see how it goes. It's the idea so far, but yeah, you can see it's so pretty. This color, it's the blue that I was showing you, that it's really light, very similar to the fabric. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. But look at these pretty flowers. Oh, so yeah, this is my new start without a reason. Just because I want something new, something blue. And yeah, I will see you hopefully in my next video. Stitch a lot, be the positive change, and spread the beauty with our creativity. Happy stitching. Bye bye.